Hi. Trump's claiming America has defeated ISIS in Syria. And it seems everybody in the news media has just blithely accepted this. Oh yeah, but... And now the questions are being asked, has he defeated ISIS in Syria though? Has he really defeated ISIS in Syria? Excuse me? Excuse me? What's been going on for the past few years in Syria? Why is the US supporting and funding ISIS against Assad? Why? We know that's what's been going on. That's what's been going on. America has been supporting and funding ISIS against Assad, and Russia and Iran have been standing with Assad to defeat ISIS. And actually, they've been largely successful in their efforts, despite US attempts to thwart their progress in defeating ISIS. So now, Russia and Iran and Syria governments have made quite strong inroads into defeating ISIS. The ISIS so-called upsurging to overthrow Assad has failed. And so America's failed at overthrowing Assad because they have not been fighting against ISIS. They've been supporting ISIS. They've been training and funding and supporting them, providing them with weapons, even allowing Iraq to be a place where chemical weapons have been made and then used in Syria, and then Assad blamed for using those chemical weapons. That's what's been going on. The whole world knows it. We've known it. But suddenly, right before our eyes, they want to change the narrative, even of our recent history, to claim that, oh no, all along, America's been in Syria fighting against ISIS. And now they've defeated ISIS, so we can leave. So not only is it a pack of lies, suddenly they've changed the whole narrative to a pack of lies. Like, yeah, we were in Syria trying to fight ISIS and now we've defeated them, so we can leave. When actually, no, it's Syria, Russia and Iran who've defeated ISIS against all America's military efforts. And so now the US wants to even rob Russia and Iran and Syria of their success in defeating ISIS and claim that success for himself, that we know Trump is an expert at. He is an expert at attacking somebody and then claiming that, you know, the people that were attacking that person, no, actually, he's won that. It's the same with this government shutdown, isn't it? It's absolutely ridiculous. There is absolutely no way America was in Syria to defeat ISIS. America was in Syria for one thing only, to help ISIS overthrow Assad, and thereby put Russia and Iran at risk as well from the ensuing antiquated religious extremist government that's supported covertly by Saudi Arabia. You see? So what we're dealing with here is an absolute... And, you know, this is from Reuters. This is from Reuters. Where have you been, Reuters? Where have you been? Why are you giving us this headline? It's absolutely ludicrous. It's crazy. The guy was not there to defeat ISIS, was he? America was not in Syria to defeat ISIS. But why? Why this sudden turnaround? Why is there this sudden turnaround? Why is it that suddenly America has decided, oh, all right, then we're going to move out of Syria. We're going to move out of Syria. Why?
Welcome back, beautiful and amazing.
Why is he pulling out, you know, and we've got these We Are Change here telling us about his secret deal explained, and then we've got the precursor talking about shut down if, you know, if Israel pays for the wall, I suppose. But at the end of the day, why suddenly is Trump pulling out of Syria? Well, one of the reasons why, I believe, is because, as I mentioned in a video I made quite a few months ago, like, you know, why? Because I was questioning what right has America got, really, to be meddling about in what's going on in Syria. Because, you know, Syria is actually on Russia and Iran's doorstep. So, of course it affects them, what's happening in Syria, if ISIS are going to suddenly overthrow the government there. And it's going to be another Libya or another Iraq. Basically another place of madness for chaos and crime and criminals, with a flavour of so-called Islam, actually Daesh religious extremism thrown in. So, yeah. So I made the point, well, how would America feel if, say, Putin suddenly got involved in protecting, say, Venezuela from American forces, American-inspired interests that are trying to defeat the democratically elected socio-capitalist government in Venezuela? Suppose Putin got involved in that. Well, not long after that, Putin did state that he's going to stand by Venezuela, and he's sent warships, Venezuela, to host Putin's warships after Russia brings it back from brink of bankruptcy. Okay. And this one, here's why Russian bombers are in Venezuela.
Says two of the...
And this is from 2018. And why is the US so angry? Why is the US so angry about it? Okay. So what we've got going on here, isn't it? It's a bit tit for tat, isn't it? It's like, look, if you're going to come oppressing the elected government of Syria on my doorstep, you know, and actually I'm going to protect these people in Venezuela from you and your corporate interests that are attacking this country. And let's face it, Russia's no longer a communist state, is it? So, you know, we can't say, oh, that's it, Venezuela, it's become a communist state. As far as I can gather, Russia has been through centuries and centuries of upheavals, oppression, and what is happening there now is slowly they have emerged into a generally socio-capitalist sort of a state. And so he is supporting Venezuela's right to be a democratically elected government that is also socio-capitalist, and to fight against American, to protect them from the American corporate interests, which are fascist. Okay, they are fascist. They do seek to destroy human rights and workers' rights. So now suddenly America's having to withdraw its troops from Syria, maybe from Iraq as well, actually from everywhere, because, you know, we can't forget the little matter of the Pentagon's now fully revealed and exposed $21 trillion debt to the United States people. Okay? Actually, they can't afford any more wars. 21 trillion has gone missing. Never mind the money that they've spent, that they can account for. There's 21 trillion that they cannot account for. It's gone missing. Where is it? Oh, money for wars? Is there any money for wars? With Russia in Venezuela now, perhaps you might need your troops at home, America. Can you afford to defend your country if needs be? If you're going to start gearing up for a possible attack from Russia through Venezuela, you know, is this what they're building up to now? Or is Trump hoping that, all right, well, look, I'll pull out of Syria if you pull out of Venezuela? You see, there's a lot of shenanigans going on here. But this is one of the most ridiculous things, and especially from Reuters as well. This is one of the most ridiculous headlines that I've seen in the last 5 years. Trump has defeated ISIS in Syria. He claims he's defeated ISIS in Syria. He wasn't even there in Syria to defeat ISIS. Assad, Russia and Iran actually have defeated ISIS in Syria. Well done. Okay? I'm not saying they're all brilliant entities themselves, that they're all perfect, but let's face it, they're not ISIS, are they? They're not going to be chopping 15-year-old boys' heads off in the town centre because he watched football. Okay? Because that is literally what we're dealing with. That is who he was supporting. And is it any surprise that he's supporting Saudi Arabia while they starve children to death? And, you know, even while they chop up American citizens, news journalists, chop them up to bits and dispose of them. You know, that's okay. He's still going to stick with Saudi Arabia because they give him a lot of money. Because basically, what is it then? Is the presidency a whore? Is that what it is? Yeah, I don't like you. I don't love you. I don't agree with the way you live, your attitude to life. But hey, you've got money. Here, my legs are open for you. I've bent my arse down for you. That's it, isn't it? That is what is going on. That is what we are talking literally. It is really time. I'm sorry, America, with all your laws and your constitution and whatever. How on earth could you even? How could the powers that be even allow a man with that many women standing up before he even stood for president, citing him as a sex offender, and even with his own self-confession, how could he have even been allowed to stand for president? You're going to have to sort it out, America. You can't be having people standing, you can't be putting people at risk to make that choice to vote for a sex offender. You can't trust a sex offender. But he's not just a sex offender, is it? He's also a criminal of finance. He's a criminal of finance. He deals with foreign powers, financial powers as well. I mean, personally, I don't think Russia really meddled in American elections other than it was business people, Russian business people, hoping that Trump would get elected because he'll make business good for them. It's all about business. Money, 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 money. And that's what he is. Money man. Money man. If you give him enough money, he'll have a mass murderer around. He'll sit and have tea with him and say he's a lovely guy. Okay? He ain't bothered. Did he? What? Oh yeah, I've got like 500 starving kids in my backyard. Yeah, that's okay. He's a great guy. He gives me loads of money. Yeah, but look what he's doing to these children. It don't matter. We don't care what he's doing to the children. He's giving me money. ISIS, thugs. As soon as they entered Iraq, you know, they start taking 8-year-old child brides for themselves. Don't matter. He's happy to do business with them. He's happy. You see, yeah, let's go and protect them. Let's go and protect them so they can have the rights to get Syrian little girls as well and rape Syrian women and chop the heads off Syrian children for watching football or listening to rock music. Evil scum. And I'm sorry, Reuters, you're not a news agency. Please stop calling yourself a news agency. You're a propaganda machine.